Hello, Cybies. How is everyone today? This is sort of going to be a half-react stream, I guess. This topic isn't big or involved enough for me to make it a full dedicated react, and I usually save Wednesdays for media reacts, but this is a little bit of internet drama. I just feel like discussing because I sort of got slightly involved in it. So, hello everyone, hello, yes. I need to check my messages first. Kaiser is inevitably going to send me something, I'm sure. How is everyone saying? Yes, I'm still working on the page. I don't know why I've been so art blocky lately. This is probably going to be a shorter, not a shorter, I usually go at least 2 hours on Wednesdays, but it might be a bit of a short one just because I have a lot going on this week. I did not see the update to Chimptopia. Maybe we'll touch on that later after the main topic. There's Kaiser. Here's what Kaiser has for me today. As always, his thematically relevant comics that he draws. And this one is a Tadak parody, of course. So if you're new here, if you're just coming for the drama, I'm sorry, my Wednesday streams start with the Kaiser fan art corner. Kaiser is my ancient frenemy, so he gets to have a special, feature. Hang on, they're not opening in the browser for me for some reason. I need to read this brilliant comic he drew. Also, your art's getting better, Kaiser. Alright, here we go. I gotta put on Distractotron. And hey, Billy Bacon's here. So here's me saying, alright, Scitards, let's see what you voted for this week. The joke is I never get spirit signs. Scribbles in a maid outfit won. Why would I put that on my own poll, Kaiser? And then pop. I'm in the maid outfit from Tadak. I don't want to wear stereotypical beauty standards for women. Who did this? And then there's Kaiser giggling, and I go, you! Chase him while delicately, you know, pulling up my skirt to run. Very good, very good. I will compliment you, and you'll take the fucking compliment, Kaiser, even though I can't take compliments either. I will make you take compliments. So what wins, this or my Alice Madness Returns outfit with me and my hobby horse? And do we have a Wani dub this week, or am I free? Am I finally free? So yes, I know everyone's gonna be here for the main event, so I'm not gonna waste your time. Let me unpause supers for now, though, in case anyone wants to chime in. So this, what am I even gonna say? This incident with this SkittyBitty person. I, of course, only heard about this because Anthony Gabagool is, simping for this person and defending them, and I just have a bead on general things happening in my general sphere. If you don't know, Anthony and I used to be sort of colleagues and collaborators until he decided to throw me under the bus after I did nothing but help him grow his channel and did thumbnails for him at a steep discount to help him grow his channel. Once he got over 100k, he threw me under the bus and tried to cancel me. And is convincing people that my channel is totally dead now. Just the same shit he said to, like, Remnant and other people. So, I keep an eye on the goings-on of that group sometimes, because, like, if you're gonna fuck with me, if you're gonna talk about, like, proudly boast about how you pretended to be my friend for a year while hating me secretly, yeah, I'm gonna keep tabs on you. I'm gonna see what shenanigans you're getting up to. So recently, Anthony got mega triggered over Harmful Opinions existing, because Harmful Opinions once reacted to one of his videos, like, 2 years ago. And this is a grudge, this is an affront that Anthony can never forgive. And so, he thought that Harmful Opinions was going after SkittyBitty to get to him, so of course he involved himself, because we know... Hang on, I really should have this meme just on the ready, on my stream. Let me grab it, though. We know why Anthony can't help himself. He's gotta get in there, and he's gotta make everything about him. So that's his fatal flaw. So Harmful Opinions started talking about the whole SkittyBitty thing. I don't know why. Though he starts this video, this music might be a little too crazy for right now. He starts this video talking about another one of Anthony's current colleagues, the Birdman, who is apparently a giant Karen. So we'll talk about that a little bit too, because it's funny. There we go, Katamari music, perfect. Perfect for watching Walter White here. Alright.
Lots of abuses and whatnot. There's only so much I can do before it starts to wear me down and leave me with a dark cloud hanging over me, even when I'm not at my computer. I'm a person, I do have a heart, I do have my limits. So looking for silly stuff, I scrabble around and I'm like, hey, these anti-grifter or the media literacy people, the people who look at cartoons, movies, I guess books. I haven't looked at the book people though.
I mean, that's also me, but I'm not a bread tuber.
And sort of are loosely intertwined and have something of a shared culture. Something I've noticed. They have this habit of projecting an extreme compensation for their limitations and weaknesses, which can be simplified to doing publicly the opposite of what they really are, or the opposite of what they're doing privately. I'll give you a light, silly example before we get into something that I actually think is
waiting for him to get
unacceptable.
into it.
I decided to look at a guy called the Birdman. He was interesting to me.
So the Birdman is another guy who's like an anti-grifter chud channel, and Anthony is like really on board with this guy, and they're gonna fight the chuds. They're gonna take down Critical Drinker because he has opinions on movies and pop culture that they don't like, and he's really popular. So yeah, but unfortunately, the Birdman in this clip that Harmful Opinions is about to show has revealed exactly what kind of person he is. Yeah, Birdman was also defending Arterly Noah alongside Ant, and they were only doing that because Arterly Noah is ideologically aligned with them. They don't... It's no bad tactics, only bad targets. You don't go after the people who are on your political side, because that'll make your side look bad. You only go after people and call out the things they do if you disagree with them politically. That's how these people think. And it's like, people are like, oh, how is Shy up in arms about this when she says the word retard? It's like, how am I up in arms about, like, people, like, manipulating children on the internet? We're gonna get into it. It's like, oh, you say bad words, and you have thoughts that I don't agree with, so you're evil. And this person doesn't say bad words, and has thoughts I agree with, so nothing they do is wrong. That seems to be how these people think. Only ara for Super Chats, Kaiser, so you better pay me! I only do RRs like a whore for money. Anyway, so let's watch this bit.
Because he has, like, this tough guy persona. I like that. That's fun. I love internet shit talk and beefing and stuff. Now, if you just look at his regular videos, you'd assume it's a persona for entertainment, or maybe that's just how he is, just his personal style. There is a video.
I mean, that was my thoughts on Critical Drinker when I watched him for a bit. I was like, oh, how funny, and then I was like, oh, wait. He's serious. This is actually... Oh, it's not a bit. You know?
I saw that makes things look very different. Any bit of him that I thought was kind of cool. He's kind of a cool guy. Got a real good voice. I believe he's a voice actor. That evaporated like that. Gone. I'm now of the opinion that this tough guy persona is him compensating for something in himself. I don't know, feeling of weakness, inadequacy, or something like that, which makes it very cringe and gay instead of fun. What I'm talking about is an older video from 2021. He tried to get a free pizza from Domino's
for the
using
gifted
his
subs.
points or whatever, or some late promo. Don't remember the details exactly. Something went wrong. I believe it was a mismatch between the phone number associated with his account and the one he typed in for the order. Something went wrong. It seems like a franchise did mess him around a little bit. Okay, annoying. Birdman decided to go to this Domino's franchise and confront the workers.
So, you heard that right. Birdman was trying to use his Domino's points to get a free pizza. Now, how much fucking Domino's do you eat to get points for a free pizza? Are there no, like, non-franchise pizza places around you? You'd really just prefer to eat the stale fucking cardboard that is Domino's? So his points weren't working on the website, so he went to the store to confront the clerks about it. Which makes no goddamn sense. They don't run the goddamn website. They probably can't do anything about it. So and he filmed himself. He thought he was so right that he filmed himself.
And there was one line in particular I physically
I'll get supers after this, don't worry.
100% pure, distilled, agonizing Karen energy.
I just want to let you know, this is going up on Twitter. I'm posting all of this on Twitter. You're going to get in trouble.
Oh, so that's what that persona is. It's not just internet tough guy shit. And he does it in real life, but it's not quite that he's a legit tough guy, a hard ass. He does the same act to bother fast food employees and mess with them.
Cool, whatever. I got the whole thing. Because you're sitting here bullshitting me. This is the dude that's bullshitting. That's fine. Yeah, go ahead, run away. Go ahead. Like, you scared?
I like doing IRL stuff. I've done plenty of IRL streaming.
So, like, instead of contacting the website support, instead of, like, calling the franchise owner or anything, he goes to the store, threatens the teenagers behind the counter, and says, I'm gonna put this on Twitter and get you in trouble. Like, how do you function day to day thinking like this? What is putting a bunch of teenagers working at fucking Domino's on Twitter going to do? Are you trying to cost these people their job because you couldn't get the fucking website working to get your free pizza with your points? Because you apparently eat so much Domino's you actually have points? Like, and anybody who treats food service workers this way is an asshole. That is my hard, firm stance. If you are willing to treat food service workers or somebody behind a counter who is forced to be polite to you like this, you are an asshole. That is, like, the biggest judgment of someone's character I can have. You know, I don't care what they say they believe, I don't care how they act toward anyone else. If they're rude to food service people, I immediately am going to mistrust them.
And you're going to interact with people and it's going to be weird.
Yes, this is the Birdman. Going to a fucking Domino's to yell at the teenage clerks there because he couldn't get his points working on the fucking website. For however many franchises are owned by the person who runs these franchises. What the fuck are the kids behind the counter gonna do about it?
There's something I think you need to make sure you're the butt of the joke. Right? It's almost an ethical thing. It feels wrong to actually try and aggro or
Is there
intimidate.
more of the video? I don't think so. So I just wanted to add that part about the Birdman because I thought it was funny. But yeah, anyone, that's the biggest, like, if you're mean to animals, or you're mean to food service workers, those are like the two biggest signs that you are not a good person to be around. Yeah, you could just fucking email them. Did you so desperately need your shitty free pizza that you had to do this? What makes you feel so entitled to go down to the franchise and film the workers there and threaten their jobs by putting the video on Twitter? What possibly compels you to do that? Other than narcissism and wanting to bully people weaker than you, who are in a position where they are forced to be polite to you and have to find a resolution with you. You know? Like, they're trapped there with you, and you know it. You know, again, do not... Being in chat says, I was in the fast food trenches for 4 years, I would always be polite to minimum wage burden. Yeah, I've never worked in food service, because I know I can't handle it. I know I would never be able to fucking handle it. I have worked in retail, though, so... My brothers, I understand. I am always nice to retail workers. I always pick up after myself. If I'm looking at clothes, I always refold them and put them back. You know, I have worked in a department store where people would just rip open packages of underwear to look at them and left them all over the floor. You know, I've had people snap their fingers at me because they wanted the dressing room opened. Like I'm their little servant. You know, I know what it's like. I will always be nice to retail workers and food workers. Always. Like, don't give somebody more grief than they fucking need at their job. And if you have a problem, you could approach it politely. Like, oh, excuse me, I was trying to use my points on the website, and something happened and they weren't working. Can you help me with this? Or can you direct me to who could help me with this? Is that fucking hard to do? Like, you're storming in there like all these fucking workers know who you are, and you're a very important person, and they should be scrambling to fix whatever problem you're talking about with your righteous anger, because how dare they do this to you? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You're not better than those kids working at fucking Domino's. You know? Fuck you. You're a goddamn YouTuber. You're definitely not better than people working at Domino's. I guess he's just gonna starve if he doesn't get his free cardboard pizza. I'm so snobby about it because we have, like, so many good, like, non-franchise independent pizza places around here. I can get a dish, you know? I can get some good fucking pizza in this town. So, we haven't even talked about SkittyBitty yet, so... He's a Californian, that explains everything! Oh god. It's gonna be so bad if I finally move to California one day. It's a possibility, it's a possibility. Anyway, so let's talk about SkittyBitty. Now, this was only the first video that Harmful Opinions put out. So, SkittyBitty has had this... Oh, wait, let me do the super chats first before we get into this game. I'm a little disorganized today, guys. I'm sorry. Like I said, I've had a lot going on in real life this week. So, let's get the supers first and foremost. Hello... Oh, there they go. Thank God.
Super chat. Ugandan Knuckles my brother.
My brother. I know the way.
At Bean4509 send a super chat. It's not even good pizza like Little Caesars.
I don't remember much about Little Caesars. I don't think we have them around here anymore. But like I said, we got a lot of, like, non-franchise places that make good fucking pizza.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Olivia, Arg, RHRGHGRH, RGHRGHRGHR Mama.
Let me look at the texture right here. Mama. There, Inko, you happy? Anyone who doesn't know my Wani shit is gonna be so confused right now. I love when I do drama, meaning we have, like, lurkers and newcomers here, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? What is she talking about? Why is she doing silly voices? Who is this Kaiser man? Domino's best of both worlds. I mean, I remember liking Domino's as a kid, but we're talking about, like, the fucking 80s. You know? I haven't been to a franchise pizza place in years. Like I said, we have so many good non-franchise pizza places and diners around here. We have pretty good food in my town. Like, I can get Chinese food, I can get Indian food, I can get sushi, I can get Mexican food. You know, we got pretty good eateries around here. It is a bit of a tourist town, so that makes a lot of sense, I suppose. So the only important part about this first video, let me just put it on the big screen real quick. Damn it, I forgot when I click the button, it changes the time codes on me. How dare. I'll put it on the big screen for a second. There we go. So, SkittyBitty has had this rivalry with this other Zelda YouTuber named Octorock. Now, Octorock disagreed with SkittyBitty that the Gerudo are racist. So, the Gerudo are a culture in Zelda who are kind of like stereotypical desert people, but they're also like Amazons. They're all female. They only have one man like every 100 years. And yeah, they may be a little stereotypical and orientalist in the first... in Ocarina of Time. Damn it, I was on the wrong layer here. But, yeah, you could say they were a little stereotypical, maybe, because, you know, the whole, like, belly dancing outfit being shorthand for, like, Arab or desert is a little, yeah, it's a little orientalist, sure. But I don't think the depiction of them as a culture was necessarily bad. You know, but they have, as far as I know, I haven't played Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, so, but from what I know, they've kind of retconned a lot of it. They've retconned a lot of things about the Gerudo. So, what's the problem anymore? They were a little more problematic in the 90s, and now they're not. Like, what is the problem? So I did watch, I think I watched Octorok's response video to Skitty. I'm not sure if I watched his original video. And yeah, the guy has some opinions. He says a lot of stuff about how, you know, like, people are trying to overwrite Western culture, which is a little iffy, you know, but people also aren't entirely wrong when they say people are trying to supplant, like, classic literature and update it and overwrite it, so, but that is a bit of a dog whistle, but SkittyBitty also talks in some dog whistles that are not very good, so they might just be both assholes, I don't care. So the point is, they were having a fight over the Gerudo, over a fictional race in a video game, and whether or not they're problematic. Fine, like, that's something you can discuss, but Skitty took it a step further. And, made a video, like, canceling Octorok, attacking his character instead of, like, just addressing his arguments. And Anthony Gramuglia, of course, involved himself by doing voiceovers for Skitty. And he tries to downplay it, say, what, I just did voiceovers for a friend. It's like, well, did you agree with the video or not, though, dude? Like, would you participate in something you don't agree with? Just, did you know what you were recording for at the time? Is this like a KP situation where she tried to trick people into recording something they may not agree with? Probably not. He probably just agrees with Skitty because Skitty is his friend and Skitty identifies as trans. I guess they're like non-binary and some people say that's trans, some people don't. Really not my lane. I don't care. But the problem that Harmful Opinions was bringing up. So Skitty, yeah, took it too far, attacked Octorok's character in their response to his video. Has basically been harassing him for like 4 months, according to Octo. Has sent people into his Discord to get dirt or see what's going on in there. And this is the thing that Harmful Opinions was bringing up. SkittyBitty, who has many minors in their Discord because they're a Nintendo YouTuber who talks about Pokemon and a lot of kids' games. They added everyone in the server and said, go report Octorok on Twitter, trying to get his account banned. So this is why Harmful Opinions was facetiously saying SkittyBitty is wielding their child army. But I mean, it's kind of true. You're like, oh, hey, kids who like me because I'm a Nintendo YouTuber, and kids who like my videos and really want my attention and approval online, go do this thing for me. Go falsely report this guy I don't like and get his account banned. That's already bad. But it gets worse. It gets worse. So, after that, Anthony jumped in. I don't really have the post on hand. You'll just have to trust me. You can always, of course, go fact-check these things yourself. But Anthony Gramuglia jumped in, and his first defense of this was, SkittyBitty isn't weird about kids. Why are you pedo-jacketing them? And it's like, Anthony, no one said Skitty was sexually inappropriate with these kids. Why is that the first thing you leap to? Harmful Opinions are saying, oh, now I still have Distractor-tron up. Oops. Harmful Opinions are saying it's bad that Skitty has told their entire audience, including children, to go mass report a guy. And Anthony's first reaction is, Skitty doesn't touch kids! And it's like, why do you think that's what's being said? That's a little odd. So, of course, Harmful Opinions made a follow-up video saying, well, if I wanted to, depict SkittyBitty as being weird around kids, I would have included this. And it shows us some very interesting clips, so let's just skip to the clips.
Called Benjamin.
Listen, he said he's younger than Brendan.
Let me,
there's Brendan in the audience.
Let me, go back, because he kind of introduces it. Skitty has also gotten mad at Harmful Opinions for saying the names of these children, even though Skitty was addressing both of these children by name directly in chat, paying them special attention. This 13 and 14-year-old. Skitty, I believe, is mid-20s, late 20s, something like that.
Their parents notice, or specifically going against their wishes. Over the past year or so, a couple regular faces have appeared repeatedly in the audience of Skitty's livestream. Two people who represent themselves as and are believed by Skitty to be minors. There's Brendan.
Can we ban Brendan? No, he's only like 14 years old. He'll learn.
And a younger boy called Benjamin.
Listen, he said he's younger than Brendan, and Brendan is 14, so...
Skitty apparently enjoyed teasing Benjamin by saying that he's 11, when in reality he's slightly older than that.
Oh, this is Benjamin, he's 11.
You should do your chores, okay?
Benjamin's our youngest viewer.
11?
He's actually 13, but if you say he's 11, he gets really mad, so...
Skitty has also publicly passed a judgment on this young boy's parents, as they are ideological enemies.
I'm your dad. Go do your chores.
No, Benjamin's parents are, like, homophobic crazy people.
Now, this is an enormous problem. You cannot trust a child's side of the story. You are a stranger to this child on the internet. You're only getting what they are saying about their parents. Kids can lie to fit in. Kids can misconstrue things. Kids can exaggerate. A kid would call their parents Nazis for taking away their Nintendo Switch because their grades are dropping. You are not present in this child's life. You do not have a full picture of this child's life. You are not in this child's life. You are a fucking YouTuber. And while kids may enjoy you as an entertainer, you cannot be this overly involved. This is inappropriate. This is extremely inappropriate. Especially when you're encouraging children that their parents are bad and you are good. And that they can trust you. Don't trust your parents, kids, but trust me. So... yeah, that's not good. Even if you have the best of intentions. That's not good. But it gets worse!
Okay, I'm your internet uncle.
In a stream last year, Skitty plugged their Discord, and young Benjamin lamented that he wouldn't be able to join. He doesn't have a card, or I suppose a PayPal or anything that he could use to pay for access to get into the private Discord. His parents also presumably wouldn't want him joining the private Discord of a queerness-focused YouTuber. No problem though. Skitty was there to help.
Anyway, Benjamin, if you want to join the Patreon, but you don't have a credit card, what you should do is you should buy yourself a Visa gift card at a store. I'm joking mostly, but I'm actually not really joking. If you are a child and you have crazy homophobic parents and you need to buy anything really, you should buy a Visa gift card because you could just spend that on anything. You can do that.
Benjamin expressed surprise and delight at this information, and SkittyBitty elaborated.
Yes, it has a number on it that you can use to purchase stuff. That is truth. That's the official SkittyBitty strat.
So yeah, instructing a child, step by step, how to circumvent their parents and secretly give Skitty money to join their Discord server. So, your parents are crazy and homophobic. Here's what you can do to do things behind their back, including paying me money to join my Discord so that I can have greater access to you. This is still not saying Skitty is doing anything sexually weird, but you are encouraging a child to distrust their parents, and are drawing them closer to you, and are acting like you are some kind of trustworthy adult that they can confide in and listen to instead of their parents. That is not appropriate. You can't be doing that shit. This isn't, oh, we're just finding something to attack you with because we don't like you because of your political opinions or your identity. No, idiot. You can't do this. You can't be talking to children behind their parents' back, encouraging them to trust you over their own parents, and informing them how they can secretly give you money. Now, Anthony and Skitty and everyone in this are all saying, Skitty was just telling kids with controlling homophobic parents how they can survive. The conversation started with Skitty saying, this is how you can get into my Discord server. If you want to secretly give me money, you could use the Ko-Fi. That doesn't make any... That makes a little animation on screen. Or you give me super... Give me money! You know, it's so funny, because Anthony and his crowd... and other people around them like to try to say, like, oh, Sai's audience calls her their lesbian internet weed aunt. Isn't that creepy? And it's like, my audience is a bunch of 20 and 30-year-olds, some 40-year-olds like me as well, and they have decided to call me their internet weed aunt. I didn't start that. My fucking audience did. I have never said, I am your aunt, do what I say. There are no 13-year-olds in my audience, I imagine. You know, and if there was, I wouldn't be like, hey kids, here's how you can buy a Visa gift card so you can join my Discord. It'll be great. We're so much better than your parents. I don't even want to fucking be around kids. I really don't. You can't stop teenagers from being on the internet, unfortunately. I don't think the minimum age for Discord should be 13. I don't think the minimum age for anything online should be 13. Kids should not have fucking internet accounts. We need to make, like, devices that hard lock children out of most of the internet. Yes, some parents will still give their kids cell phones and shit. You can't control everything. But, like, to the point that people got, like, on my ass, like, oh, there might be maybe teenagers in your Discord, and I was like, yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't really want... Like, when I first started my Discord, I was so afraid I was gonna be surrounded by teenagers. I'm so happy that my audience is primarily adults. It's so nice. And then here's the rest of what they say.
I never had to do shit like that because my parents are cool, but I support everyone who doesn't have cool parents in their...
So not even talking from experience.
...quest for autonomy.
Your parents aren't cool because of the one-sided thing you've told me about them, child, on the internet. Who I am a stranger to.
Who doesn't have cool parents in their quest for autonomy.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't usually eat on stream. I got my lunch a little late. But Skitty talks about youth and child autonomy a lot. And that's also a dog whistle for a lot of people. It does have a real meaning. But the way it's used on the internet is usually by people who are trying to erode boundaries to the point that children can consent to things. Why else would they be advocating so hard for youth autonomy? Children should be able to make decisions outside of their parents. Decisions influenced by adult strangers on the internet, no less. Like, I've had people say that to me, like, well, some kids have bad parents, so... Okay, that's not your responsibility. If you think a child is in immediate danger, you can call the proper authorities. If you think a kid is struggling with how their parents are treating them, you can give them resources to actual organizations and you know, authority figures that can help them. You can tell them how to go to the police. You can tell your guidance counselor, tell your teacher. Like, which you are none of these things. You are not this kid's teacher. You're not their guidance counselor, you're not their doctor, you're not their caseworker, you know, you're not their teacher, you are not an adult actually in this child's life. You should not fucking be doing this. That's it. You should not be fucking doing this.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Mia, are you talking to me? You want a piece of this? You want to sleep with the fishes? Get out of here. Forget about it.
Now we have a comedic break. Thank you to Kaiser. Are you talking to me? You want a piece of this? You want to sleep with the fishes? Get out of here. Forget about it. Bada bing, bada boom.
At VarishWolf95 sent a super chat. As a white woman who never played the Zelda series and had to look at this character, I declare there's nothing wrong with Gerudo. At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. White Knight Anthony Gababagul. Is this his day job he keeps talking about?
Yeah, he is insisting that all Skitty did was tell kids how to get gift cards if they have homophobic parents. He and Skitty and the rest of them just keep omitting that Skitty was talking about this kid getting into their Discord server. Where, again, Skitty will now have closer access to this kid that they keep telling to not trust their parents. I mean, if you were in a candy van on the street, would anyone put up with this? You know, if you were coming up to kids in a windowless van saying, "Hey kids, you can trust me, your parents don't know what they're talking about." Like, would anyone put up with that shit? Like, Anthony, in 13 years, do you want your son to be on the internet with some weird adult who is encouraging him that you're bad and that you just don't understand and that they can trust, that your son can trust them instead? Would you be okay with that? Because I think you're fucking lying if you say you would be. Like, you are a parent. How do you not see the fucking problem here? And all these people act like I'm only talking about this to get back at Anthony, or in defense of Octorok, or some other bullshit. No, I am talking about this because what you're doing is wrong. So anyway, that's the clip, I think, oh no, there's some more clips, okay. Hold on a sec.
Their alleged homophobia. It's unclear if Benjamin managed to join specifically using this method, but join he did.
Oh, Brendan's here. Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Brendan. He missed something. He missed the lore.
Yeah. It's okay. He's on the server, so he already knows.
No, Brendan's not on the server. You're thinking of Benjamin.
Oh.
It doesn't particularly matter to me, though, how he got in. I believe it's still the case that YouTubers should not be instructing 13-year-olds on how to bypass parental oversight to get into chat rooms online, and how to bypass their parents' will to give the YouTuber money. That shouldn't happen, ever. It certainly shouldn't be happening multiple times.
But if you only have physical money, buy a Visa gift card.
There's been a great deal of misunderstanding about exactly what I'm saying. Hopefully this video is simple enough for the media literate types. I mean, when I...
So yes, obviously he's being very sarcastic, but at best, what SkittyBitty has done is tell kids how to secretly give them money behind their parents' back. And that is already bad. That is already bad.
At Super Easy Walker sent a super chat. SkittyBitty more like SkittyDitty. Moles this just a joke BTW. Also SB is just a Zelda YouTubers who has a
I'm not gonna go that far, but
at Sconsan Jam sent a super chat.
It's not
Late
good.
Tax, who is the pink cat.
The pink cat is someone who is instructing minors how to secretly pay them money.
At
So that's good.
$29.99 send a super chat. What's with all these drama tubers and kids? First Leo, now Skitty, and everyone in between. Why can't people just be normal around him? Skull emoji.
Just why do you even want to be around kids on the internet?
Size best court, do what I say. Think for yourself.
Exactly. But yeah, why the fuck do you even want to communicate with children on the internet? Remember how Anthony said it was just so boring that I kept going back and forth on Twitter with Lio? You know, how everyone decided to throw me under the bus instead of doing anything about Lio cozying up to a 16-year-old, which he has continued to do, but that wasn't as concerning for everyone as the fact that I say retard sometimes, you know, so that's the real danger.
At Sconsan Jam sent a super chat. Interesting, none of these people ever link information for LGBTQ plus youth groups or helplines, which would have the resources and training to help.
It's the same thing as, like, what Limus was doing. I think SkittyBitty wants to live vicariously through these teenagers and be like, I want to give them the experience I didn't get to have as a teenager. And it's like, this is all about you. This is for you're emotionally... You're using children, like, as an emotional sponge for yourself. And trying to couch it that you're doing something noble and good. If you were actually doing something good... You would give the child resources, and then kick them out of your Discord. 14 is way too young.
At Sawesomeness sent a super chat. The only teenager here is Size Voice.
Fuck you. My mic is better now. People don't think I'm a teenage boy anymore.
At Damney54 sent a super chat, and why would you out that info about this kid? It could make them potentially vulnerable to malicious actors.
Yeah.
At Cleaver 1874 sent a super chat. I think Skitty is genuinely has good intent, but when it comes to talking to random minors on the internet, intent doesn't matter.
Well, we'll see when we go over my Blue Sky exchange with them, which is coming up. So, yeah.
At VarishWolf95 sent a super chat. These kids are going to put their parents in debt doing this.
Well, they're not necessarily going to steal money, though a kid could steal money to do this. They probably get an allowance or something. But whatever method by which Skitty is encouraging them to get these Visa gift cards to pay them, it's just not good. But, I mean, if Mr. Beast was out there going, hey kids, if you're too young to have a debit or credit card, here's what you can do. Go out with your allowance and buy a Visa gift card, and then pay me money with it. Like, you would instantly see what is wrong here. You know, like, but because Skitty is, like, somebody people like, and they say they're such a good bleeding heart who does nothing but good things, and they identify a certain way, we just have to, like, ignore that, I guess. Like, I have pretty consistent principles. A lot of people don't seem to think so. It's like, oh, you say bad words, you're crass sometimes. How could you have any ethics or principles? I have very strong ethics and principles, actually, and I'm very consistent with them. Oh, Dana says, I was following the drama on and off. I didn't really care because Zelda opinions, harassment campaigns, who cares with this shit? God, just awful.
Dana
Yes.
_brain sent
now
a
it's
super
reading
chat.
it.
I was following the drama on and off, but I didn't really care cause Zelda opinions, harassment campaigns, who cares? But this shit? God, just awful.
I mean, it seems like they really were harassing Octorok, and like their justification is he favorited some tweets with the word fag in them. Oh no! That's definitely worse than financially manipulating impressionable children who like you because you're a Nintendo YouTuber. Yeah.
At NeoKaiser0 sent a super chat. Mia, oh my god. What have I done accidentally on purpose?
Oh my god! What have I done accidentally on purpose? I'm hiding Ben's medicine again. Anyway, I don't know why I always have to add in her torturing Ben. God damn, I couldn't even remember how to do my Ben voice last time. It's terrible, it's terrible. Maybe I need to do like an anniversary stream of Wani and get all my voices back. So yeah, we're gonna move on. Because, I did make this post on Blue Sky, because, I'm right. So, we'll go over this. I said, remember when Anthony Gramuglia made a cancel post saying I was bad for his reputation? And now this is who he rolls with? Someone who talks about child autonomy and instructed a 14-year-old? I was wrong, it was a 13-year-old. To buy a Visa gift credit card to pay to join their Discord server. Yeah.
At Sconsan Jam sent a super chat. Also, even safe spaces can turn bad if you're not careful. A youth group I used to go to hired someone who was being inappropriate online with teens.
Yeah, and that's like an
Upside down face
official...
emoji.
That's an official organization, not a fucking YouTuber. With no training, no authority, and no expertise in handling youth. Like, you are not an official, like, school server or something, Skitty. You're a random goddamn YouTuber. You should not be, like, responsible for other people's children. That's fucking ridiculous. So they did eventually block me. Mostly because I posted this conversation, but I was taking screenshots the whole time, because I knew that would happen eventually. So, there's the... So, I was talking to someone else about it. It's hard to see, like, because of the fucking padding I do on here, it's hard to see. Hang on a second. Maybe I could take it a little off the top. Sai is going to fix her stream layout in real time. Many such cases. Let me just, I don't know, fix the top padding a little bit. So you guys can actually see what the fuck is going on. Alright, I'll put away my music thingy for a second. So I was talking to someone else, I forget who. And I said, you know, it's interesting how you and Anthony Gramuglia both jumped right to pedo-jacketing and Skitty isn't attracted to kids when no one said that. Why is that? It is still predatory to manipulate a child into giving you money because you are a YouTuber they like. And that's the one SkittyBitty decided to respond to. And I do write Anthony's full name, because I know people will be searching for stuff on him on Blue Sky and Twitter, so that's funny. SkittyBitty says, This pearl clutching is ridiculous. Patreon's minimum age is 13. It shouldn't be. Entry to my Discord is $3, and the people running this smear campaign can't even come up with an example of actually inappropriate behavior. It's all innuendo and confirmation bias, and it's sick. So, the behavior of convincing a child to give you money behind their parents' back is already inappropriate. It doesn't have to be sexual to be inappropriate. Like, this person I was complaining... actually, I think the person I was talking to here eventually got convinced that this was bad. But I kept saying it's predatory, and they're like, well, Skitty didn't do anything sexually. It's like, it doesn't have to be sexual to be predatory. You know how scam artists prey on old people? You know how banks give out predatory loans? You are still preying on this child by manipulating them into giving you money because they like you as a YouTuber. You are influencing this child behind their parents' back while telling them to distrust their parents. That is already wildly inappropriate. So I say, and I just cut right through their bullshit because they kept trying to derail me and distract me and get on a different topic, and I wasn't fucking having it. Because this is serious. This is actually fucking serious. Like, people aren't just going after you. Like, these are the kind of people, because Skitty did this to Octorok. Skitty started calling Octorok a pedo out of nowhere. These people think you only say this about people to get back at them, or to make them look bad because you don't like their politics. This isn't about your fucking politics. This isn't about your identity. This is inappropriate for anybody to do ever. Like, across the board, objectively, this is inappropriate behavior with a child. Like, people, like, again, this internet lefty brain rot crowd can't seem to understand someone actually meaning the things they say and actually having a stance and principles on something. They think you only say things just to make other people look bad. You know, time and time again they demonstrate this. While pretending to be the best, most goodest, most enlightened people ever. You know, it drives me fucking crazy, and that's why we're talking about this today. Yeah, maps use these arguments. Yeah, that's why I said the whole child autonomy thing is a red flag. So, and again, why, when no one was accusing Skitty of anything sexual at all, did multiple people, including Anthony Gramuglia, jump out of the woodwork to say, Skitty doesn't touch kids! It's like, nobody was saying Skitty touches kids. Well, why are you jumping to that? Seems like maybe there's something there if you do that, huh? So I said, this isn't a smear campaign. You, an adult, instructing your suggestible child audience how they can secretly give you money, encouraging them to distrust their parents, but trust you with your youth autonomy advocacy. While drawing them closer to you, this is extremely inappropriate conduct. And they said, this is more innuendo and not an actual point. Parents don't always have their kids' best interests in mind, and as a survivor of CSA myself, I am intent on listening to young people when they speak up. You are taking conservative slop-tubers at face value just to shadowbox with Anthony. It's sad. So Skitty deadass thinks the only reason I'm talking about this is because I watch conservative slop-tubers, quote-unquote. By that, they mean Harmful Opinions, who is British. And they think I'm just trying to get back at Anthony because Anthony knows them. And it's like, no, bitch. I'm talking about this because this is bad. This is a bad thing you are doing. It goes on, though. I say exactly what I just said here. You are not an expert for vulnerable youth. You're a YouTuber closely communicating with and influencing minors. You are a stranger to these kids. You do not have a full picture of their life. You don't know how accurate what they say is. You have no business being this involved. Like, again, if you think a child is in immediate danger, call some kind of authority. Put in an FBI tip. Call CPS if you know where they live. You know, put in some kind of tip. If you're concerned from what a child is telling you, give them resources and then back off. This is not your place. You're a goddamn YouTuber. Again, you're not their teacher, you're not their guidance counselor, you're not their doctor. You're not their youth mentor, you're not their camp counselor, you're not the big brother or big sister. You have no place in this child's life. And again, you don't know if what the child is saying is accurate. Like, my parents are fascist Nazis because they took my phone away. Like, a fucking 13-year-old would say that, you know? And the other thing about you having minors in your Discord and having them identified is that, you know, people can just lie about being kids to get 2 kids. Like, a fucking 30-year-old pervert could just come on your Discord saying, I'm totally 13! And get close to the kids in there. You know, there's so many ways this could go wrong. And here's Skitty's response to that. Literally, no harm is being done to these kids by letting them hang out in a fully safe-for-work Discord server where we primarily discuss Nintendo games. You're not an expert for or authority for vulnerable youth either. Yeah, that's why I don't get involved with kids online. The uncomfortable truth is that nobody knows how to keep kids safe 100% of the time. Yeah, no shit, which is why you shouldn't be trying. Whether at home, at school, or online, and if something, God forbid, were to happen on my watch, I would be responsible. The best thing you or I or any lay person can do is keep kids safe. To keep kids safe is to empower them to advocate for themselves and listen to them when they talk. No, you shouldn't even be talking to them, strange adult. So, my answer to that, and this is where they stopped answering me and eventually blocked me later, I said, you have already caused harm by manipulating a child into paying into your Discord and encouraging them to trust you over their parents. You need to take this seriously. So, yeah, like, no harm is being done. You have already caused harm. You are actively causing harm by paying these children special attention in your chat, getting them close to you, getting them to pay you money without their parents knowing, and encouraging them to distrust their parents. And to trust you and their own judgment. You are causing harm. That is tangible harm, and yes, you are responsible for it, but they won't take responsibility for it. So, again, this is fucking serious. This isn't like hee-hee-hoo-ha fun drama. You are endangering children on the internet. Literally.
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. Just because something bad happened to you when you were a kid doesn't make this behavior okay, Skitty. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
This is what I'm saying by, like, Limus, they're living vicariously through these children. You know, saying like, oh, I had similar issues as a kid, so I'm going to be the mentor figure you see in all the movies who gets through to these kids, you know? But it's like, no, you are a fucking Zelda YouTuber and you have no place talking to these 13-year-olds and advising them on how to circumvent their fucking parents.
At Clyde Albrin sent a super chat. Being a CSA survivor does not give you the proper training to handle these sorts of delicate situations. Skitty. Stop it.
In fact, it makes you even more likely to be emotionally unstable and doing this for your own psychological reasons, which again is harming a child for your own benefit.
At Plasmamu sent a super chat. I'm 72 years old. I've been on the moon.
I don't know what that's from, Cryo, but thank you.
At 5 Kiosk sent
Cryo's
a super
somewhere
chat.
else right now.
Probably best advice. Treat it like an Acme boomstick. Report it. Don't touch it. Back off and don't spread it. Censored because couldn't send. At Kendall_ sent a super chat. This youth autonomy shit teaches kids that they're more mature than they are in a gross, sneaky way. This is how kids get funneled into bad places without the help of a trusted authority figure.
Exactly, like, and again, what do child predators say? Oh, you're so mature for your age. You know, you're basically my equal, my peer. Like, these kids are not your fucking peer, no matter how much you wish you were still a teenager, SkittyBitty. Now again, still giving SkittyBitty the benefit of the doubt that this is a Limis situation where they miss their teenagerhood and think teenagers are cool and want the validation of teenagers for God knows why. Probably because they're emotionally and mentally stunted. So giving them the absolute benefit of the doubt, what they have done is still manipulate a child into giving them money behind their parents' back, and is drawing that child closer to them while telling them to distrust their parents. That on its own is bad enough for concern. It doesn't have to be fucking sexual. That is already inappropriate. Inappropriate doesn't mean sexual, necessarily. But, because Skitty is talking all this youth autonomy shit, that's definitely a fucking red flag in my mind. Because again, that is a real phrase, but many people online misuse it to justify their own access to children for whatever reason they want access to children. And again, I think Skitty just wants access to children so they can LARP as still being a teenager. You know, but if more were to come out, I could change my mind. But, like, people got mad at me for, like, not straight up saying Limis is a pedo when I was the first one who warned about Limis. First, I warned about Limis drawing kids into their server, saying they're creating a safe space for them. And I pointed this out, and people ignored me until it got too big to ignore. And then they came to me and said, Sai, why didn't you warn us harder? And I was like, fucking, I was the first one to point this out, and you all yelled at me. And then later, they start calling Limis a pedophile, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! There is not evidence of that. The only evidence is that Limis is being kind of inappropriate with teenagers out of some mental desire to still be a teenager. Like, there was absolutely no signs that Limis was doing anything sexually inappropriate. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna call someone a pedophile without hard evidence. And I got yelled at for that, too. Like, why won't you condemn Limis as a pedophile? Because I'm not fucking insane. And again, I actually have ethics and principles. I am not going to accuse someone of something if I don't have evidence for it. I'm not going to believe something unless you show me evidence for it. But I'm talking to this person one-on-one, and this is what they're fucking telling me. I also found this comment on their video they uploaded in their own defense. And a random person here says, this still doesn't excuse your behavior toward the minors in your community. Just because you count 5 ants in your house doesn't mean there are only 5 ants. Never assume that every person online is honest about age. Not to mention that you seem to brush under the rug that you're actively instructed and encourage minors to go behind their parents' backs to buy access to your Patreon/Discord server. And Skitty says, literally who gives a fuck? It's a safe for work server where we talk about video games. If anything, a server with paid entry helps filter randos. This is just concern trolling. It's not concern trolling. You literally instructed a child, speaking to them one-on-one on your stream, how to buy into your Discord behind their parents' back, and presumably without their parents' consent. Kids are stupid. They need parental guidance. And just because a kid thinks they have the whole world figured out, and you think, oh, they're so mature, doesn't mean that they are. And again, why are you seeing fucking teenagers as your peer in your 20s? It's time to grow up. You're not 16 anymore. You're never gonna be again. And being a teenager sucks. Being an adult is so much better. Like, seriously. And random person says, adults instructing children on how to gain access behind their parents' back would otherwise may be opposed to them joining is still creepy as fuck no matter what happens in the server. Exactly. And again, if a predator knows there are children in your server, they could go in there also pretending to be a child and then DM those children and, you know, get closer to them. But you too are getting closer to these children while presenting yourself as a trusted adult that they can trust more than their parents. That is heinous. That is harm. That is active harm. You can't do this.
At Sconsan Jam sent a super chat. Everybody needs to watch Escape from LA from BoJack Horseman. More extreme, but it's an example of stunted growth and causing damage.
Everyone just needs to watch BoJack Horseman, in my opinion.
At Rock Bob sent a super chat. I have seen many streamers get messages from fans asking them for help and they always respond with I am sorry to hear that but I am a streamer. Look for professional help because if I do that I might get in trouble.
Like, you could send, like, if somebody is having mental health issues, you could send them resources for that. You can send them the suicide helpline. You can, there's plenty of organizations for youth advocacy and stuff like that. Like, direct the child toward the resources, and then it's in the child's hand. Especially if you think you believe in youth autonomy, then you should just be able to give a child resources, and then they can take care of it. You know, you should not be getting this overly involved in these children's lives. It's not appropriate.
At Dana_Brain sent a super chat. Can I just say I hate people throwing pedo around as an accusation with no evidence these days. They say it as a word for people they don't like.
Well, that's what SkittyBitty was doing to Octorok. But I'm not gonna do that to SkittyBitty because I actually have, like, you know, a level of evidence I require to believe something. And I don't see any evidence that Skitty is being sexually inappropriate, but they are being inappropriate. You know, there are many ways to be inappropriate toward a child, and this is one of the financially manipulating them is definitely one of them. So, and thank you for the super chat.
At Kendall_ sent a super chat. I'm gonna be so dead ass these SFW discords, not saying his specifically, are way more predatory because most 10 SFW ones actually have age gating.
Yeah, and like, you know, there are a lot of creepy people that are drawn toward these we're so squeaky clean and innocent all the time groups because they can hide in plain sight so easily in them.
At the Master Clockwork sent a super chat. Random adults should not be advocating for other people's children. Stranger danger. Triangular flag on post emoji.
And people get mad at me for not doing that. They're like, well, you have to be responsible for any children who might wander into your channel. And it's like, I'm not a fucking babysitter. Parents need to parent their kids. And their answer is always, well, some kids don't have good parents. It's like, okay, that's not my fucking problem, is it? I didn't sign up to be a babysitter for somebody's shitty kids. The internet is a public place. It is your responsibility to know what your kid is fucking doing.
I'd sent a super chat. Octo is a lolik and sending kids is the real problem.
Is he sending kids lolicon? I haven't seen any evidence of that. Like, people will say that, but they won't show me anything other than, like, they post some anime girls in his Discord. I don't fucking care. I don't know anything about Octorok. All I know is what SkittyBitty has been doing, and that's what I'm talking about. All these people are like, but Octorok, who the fuck cares? He's a guy who has some chuddish opinions, and you don't like his opinion on a fucking video game. This person is actually actively harming children. I think that's a little more important, don't you? Anyway, so I think I'm about done talking about SkittyBitty for now. However, I am going to have SkittyBitty's defense video on the poll tomorrow. I usually poll for what we're going to talk about Friday. It has some stiff competition. I swapped it out for something else I was originally going to have in the poll. But subscribe to me if you want to vote for me talking about Skitty's video on Friday. But like I said, it does have some skip. Just remember, though, every time I have a poll for a topic, those topics are going to go back into the polling pool. It will come up again. So no matter what you vote for. Oh yeah, you want me to talk about Chimptopia. They have their Kickstarter active now.
305 sent a super chat. I think they meant Skitty sent kids to Octorok's socials when he has lolik and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Yeah, Harmful brought that up too, where it's like, well, SkittyBitty, you are sending people to the Twitter of someone you're calling a Nazi lolicon, and you're sending underaged people there to like, take him down for you, so you're exposing them to that. Alright, everyone wants me to check in on Chimptopia.
At Nerd Off All Trades 505 sent a super chat. worrying about doing my YouTube tax.
You don't have to worry about your YouTube taxes for a bit yet, Nerd. Don't worry. Nerd just got monetized with his Tadak video, all according to Keikaku. So, we're really encouraging him to finish it in time. So, here's Chimptopia's Kickstarter now. He's changed the character designs, and just changing the character designs has made everyone instantly forgive him because he's a man. Even though he made, like, Nick Fuente's art. But he listens to criticism, so now we like him. So he's got $3,000 of his $10,000 goal. So let's see what his new trailer is like. And see if it's as unfunny as the rest of the stuff he did.
Wait. Did you guys hear that?
Actually, let's just put it down in this.
You guys are 2 months behind on my fucking rent. What's the deal?
Sorry, Chimp, we're working on it, but Nolan just lost his job.
Hey, so, Chimpy.
Why is the guy a monkey, though? You never really explained it, but God, the terrible Foley when he jumped through the wall. The flat-ass voice acting. Oh God, this is... I mean, I guess it looks slightly better. The characters have more variety. It's still a look how wacky me and my friends are kind of show, though.
How about instead of cash, we pay you in... bananas?
That's racist.
Eh? I know you like bananas.
Hey, how about instead of cash, we pay you in... entertainment.
Well, I'm not entertained so far.
Hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, my ragtime girl. Send me a kiss by wire. You know that my heart's on fire.
Wow, this is cancer.
You got anything to say over there, Curly? Yeah, didn't think so. I expect that money in my hands tomorrow, or you guys are out.
Hello, my name is Robert Pagliaro, and what you just watched was the first clip from my indie animated pilot, Chimptopia.
It was very bad.
The show follows Waffles, Robbie, and Nolan as they attempt to make ends meet. So broke, they can only afford a tiny apartment in a town almost entirely ran by their landlord, Chimp.
He says from his parents' pretty well-off California
They
backyard.
must find a way to pay their landlord before they get kicked out. Leading many of their questionable money-making schemes is Nolan. A hot-headed opportunist is always trying to get a one-up on the system. Every idea sounds like a guaranteed success in his head, and he's always coming up with a new plan to get rich quick. He has a hair-trigger temper,
At all in the
picking fights over the smallest
video.
things and refusing to admit when he's wrong. Big-hearted, painfully gullible, and not exactly known for his critical thinking, Robbie will happily follow Nolan into any half-baked scheme because he genuinely believes it will work. No matter how bad things get, Robbie is convinced they're just one lucky break away from turning their life around. While
Well, how is that different than the first guy? Wow, they both are delusionally think any plan they come up with is going to be their big break. So they have the exact same fucking motive.
Nolan is quick to take advantage of his blind loyalty. Waffles is usually steering Robbie back in the right direction, assuming he could get to him first. Waffles is the exhausted voice of reason in a house full of idiots. Organized, cautious, and allergic to shortcuts, he'd much rather solve problems the right way than follow whatever Nolan's new plan is. Before Robbie and Nolan derailed his career, Waffles had his life completely together. Now he's stuck in Chimptopia, spending every day cleaning up their messes and wondering how things went so wrong.
How the fuck does he still hang out with them then if they ruined his life?
No matter how hard he tries to keep the trio intact, Nolan's bad ideas and Robbie's blind enthusiasm always drags him back into the chaos. The show plans to follow this kind of format and push it to its absolute limits.
Nolan comes up with stupid plan. Robbie enables them. Waffles objects. Chaos ensues. Like, wow, guys, I have a new plan. Oh, Nolan has a new plan. This plan is gonna suck. And that's like every episode. He really thinks he has a winning formula here, and it's like the most basic ass shit. How are you gonna, like, turn this into multiple episodes, my guy? So now it's... Yeah, it is just Ed, Ed, and Eddie. It is just Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Oh, we're gonna come up with a plan to get rich quick every episode. So... Yeah, it's fucking Ed, Ed, and Eddie from Wish.
The world these characters live in is not grounded whatsoever.
It's Ed, Ed, and Eddie, but they're losers in their 20s. And it's far less visually interesting. Aren't you excited?
So expect anything to happen in the world of Chimptopia.
Oh wow, anything could happen with this crazy setup.
Which features the trio encountering a special kind of animal that promises to solve all their problems.
Is it the cow?
Cool.
I've got an animatic this time.
Ew. Is that milk?
No, it's not cum. It's milk. Cum has slightly more of a yellow, almost eggshell hue.
They said come!
And it is much thicker in consistency. I am the wise cow. Bring me your troubles, and I shall mend them. For my magic
This
knows
has turned from
no
cancer
bounds.
into AIDS.
Okay, that's enough. The wise cow is a mystical being set to grant wishes to anyone who seeks his wisdom. The cat?
I thought this would be a character that would, like, randomly show up, not have, like, a shop they go to. Why are there some animal people and some human people, like... I know we were just talking about BoJack Horseman, but it actually does things with its world that are funny.
You have to drink straight from the source.
So, they have to suckle on the udders of this male cow? Is that what you're talking? And this is supposed to appeal to me, is it? Damn it, I colored on the wrong layer again, but I'm just gonna go with it. Fuck it. My layers are always a mess anyway.
So why are these three so desperate for cash, they'll literally suck milk out of a cow's nipple? Because they owe rent money to Chimp, and Chimp always collects.
Except, he said they're 2 months late, so he doesn't always collect, does he? And also, yes, your landlord tends to want to collect rent from you if you are staying on the property they own. That is how renting works. And, like, I forgot what else I was gonna even fucking say. Oh yeah, why don't they just get jobs, then? Why don't they just get fucking jobs?
Chimp is the wealthy.
No one comes, guys, I have the best get-rich-quick plan. You see, we go to that store over there, and we fill out a piece of paper, and we work there 7 hours, 3 days a week, and they'll give us money! Can you believe it? Oh my god, bro!
Ruthless landlord who practically owns everything in the neighborhood. If your rent is late, he'll make your life miserable until he gets every last cent.
Why is he a monkey,
Never
though?
satisfied with just being rich, Chimp is always buying up another business, squeezing...
Like, I know you're calling it Chimptopia, but you could change the title. Like, why are you so adamant on having this fucking character in the story? I don't get it.
Out the competition and inching closer and closer to owning the entire town. Every scheme the trio comes up with is really a race against Chimp, who's always one missed payment away from throwing them out on the street. Chimptopia started as an idea between me and my friends years ago. We wanted a way to turn ridiculous stories and experiences from our lives into something people can laugh at.
I told you, it's look how wacky me and my friends are. This would have been a shitty webcomic 20 years ago.
As our idea grew, so did our belief that we can turn this into a real show. During my senior year of college,
that.
I decided it was finally worth pursuing.
If you have to see
if our
evidence...
offbeat sense of humor can make other people laugh the way it makes us laugh, then I think every late night and every hour spent on the project...
Me and my bros hanging out, we laugh at our own jokes, so obviously that must mean we're funny to everyone else. No. See, something you may not understand is that comedy actually takes work and skill and talent and most especially an ability to improvise. So, yeah.
Project was worth it. For the past year, I've been creating Chimptopia with an incredible team, creating stories that are loosely based off of real-life experiences. While every character is based off of someone we know in real life, they are not meant to represent the real person. They're exaggerated cartoon personalities, not meant to represent anyone's life, but to serve the comedy first. Our team may be small.
What fucking comedy?
But it's made up of incredibly talented and passionate creators. With the right support, we hope to grow the team and expand the scope of Chimptopia. We want to create
Please
something
don't.
that not only entertains audiences, but also opens up opportunities for everyone in the animation community. Chimptopia.
Bro. Bro, honey, you're not Vivian Madrano. You're not Glitch. You're not gonna be paving the way through indie animation for other people, my guy. Come on.
Chimptopia is a very ambitious project. And our
Yeah,
goal is to
overly
create a 10-minute
ambitious,
pilot
one would say.
on a $10,000 budget. With that being said, we recognize that animation is an expensive and time-consuming medium. As an independent team entering the industry for the first time, we believe this is a realistic and responsible budget to bring our vision to life.
Yeah, this music is looping way too much. What the fuck? And also, why did you film here where everyone could see the big rotting hole in your fence? You could have like, unless there's something even worse, like, is there an old car rusting in the yard over here? Is that why you didn't turn the angle just a little bit? Why didn't you just sit on the couch in front of the fire pit and film there? What is with this, what is with this weird setup? I know you're popping up images over here, but, like, you could have picked a better locale.
As an independent team entering the industry for the first time, we believe this is a realistic and responsible budget to bring our vision to life.
No, it's not realistic.
To maintain a consistent level of quality throughout
You
the
doing
production,
this isn't realistic.
we're taking a performance-driven approach to the animation. Rather than relying on a high drawing count, we'll focus on strong posing, expressive keyframes, and exaggerated movement to
Meaning we're gonna do as few frames as possible.
maximize each shot. Our goal is to create animation that's energetic, appealing, and comedic through smart staging rather than the sheer volume of drawings. The animation style we're going for is a mix between Smiling Friends and SpongeBob, with
Both shows that have really good expressive animation that have a high number of frames just to make a joke work. So yeah, you ain't gonna get this, son. I don't think.
expressive poses, snappy timing, and character-driven comedy that enhances every joke. Me and the whole Chimptopia
You
team
need
would like to
jokes
give a very
to
special
begin
thank you
with.
to everyone who watched. And please consider supporting our Kickstarter when it launches on
July 20th.
Again, thank you very much for watching.
I have a feeling you're mommy and daddy's special little boy who has always been told how funny and talented you are, and they maybe should have been a little more truthful with you. Wow. Yeah, okay.
At Dana_Brain sent a super chat. He basically stole some fan redesigns on Twitter.
Oh, I know he did. It looks like he changed the character bios, too. Maybe
At
we'll
sent
go
a
through
super
these.
chat. We have Go Animate at home.
It would probably look better if they used Go Animate, to be honest.
I Trust Har sent a super chat. Eye emoji.
Yeah, just staring at this ridiculous young man who thinks he's hot
At
shit.
Spence and Jam sent a super chat. What are we doing today, Brain? The same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Making fun of Chimptopia, obviously.
At Rock Josiah sent a super chat. This is not even more though out the early 2000s gaming webcomics. Even starts on the couch.
I know, right? Like, oh god, oh god.
At The Master Clockwork sent a super chat. This is just Ed, and Eddie.
But worse! So much worse.
At Miss Jasmine 305 sent a super chat. I am begging this dude to just start a podcast with his friends like every other 20-something dude that thinks he's funny.
I mean, yeah, or become an IRL streamer or something. I don't,
At
yeah.
1226 sent a super chat. I'm not gonna blame him for not being funny. However, as the target demographic, straight white guy, I am confident in saying he is not funny.
Yeah,
At Lillian Lee Corey sent
painfully
a
not
super
funny.
chat. Never underestimate the ego of the average white man.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's Latino looking at him, with the name and all, or Italian or something. But he don't, you gotta give this kid one thing. He doesn't look white. Like, everyone keeps saying, oh, he's some MAGA white guy, but, like, this kid ain't white. Come on! Like, I'll make fun of his ego, and his lack of talent, and his terrible voice acting, but, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, arrogant white man. Like, this kid is not fucking white, look at him. But let's look over the Kickstarter. So, this is the new art. Eviction, banana tax, past due, $223. Where the fuck are you getting rent for $223 in this day and age? There's plenty of MAGA brown guys. I mean, Nick Fuentes is also Latino. There's a lot of Filipinos that are into MAGA. I know, it's weird. Let's see. Chimptopia is an animated sitcom about... Oh, I have a super chat coming and I didn't turn them off.
Sent a super chat. Now watch the Radio Pirates trailer. It's also slice of life Ed and Eddie based, but is 1,000 times more interesting and stylized.
This is just turning into another, like, indie animation stream. I guess I'll have to add Chimptopia to the topics after. But, I just want to read over the Kickstarter again, to see if he changed anything. Chimptopia is an animated sitcom about three 20-something-year-old friends who need money so they don't get evicted by their landlord, Chimp. The pilot follows Robbie, Nolan, and Waffles as they gain wisdom from the wise cow to figure out how to solve their money problems. Why would you make this? Yeah. I think you meant again, but yeah.
Send a super chat. Oh no. Oh no. Not this guy's aging?
Hey, chat wanted me to check up on him, so this is what we're doing. I only had a mini topic today, so... This story is a passion project, created by a group of friends with countless stories to tell. Yeah, I think this is, yeah, episodic episode. We've read this before, but... The show's humor is geared toward teen/young adult audience, blended grounded character-driven comedy with energy of the friendships at its core. We didn't witness that at all. Slightly edgier tone of 2000s Cartoon Networks. Man, Zoomers are so nostalgic for a time period they weren't even fucking alive for, man. Robbie! Big-hearted, painfully gullible, and not exactly known for his critical thinking, Robbie will happily follow Nolan into any half-baked scheme. Why didn't you bring up Nolan first, then? Into any half-baked scheme, because he genuinely believes it'll work. No matter how bad things get, Robbie is convinced they're just one lucky break away from turning it all around, while Nolan is quick to take advantage of this blind loyalty. Waffles is usually the one steering Robbie back toward the right choice. I think he read this out in the video we just watched. Nolan, who still looks like Thomas Sanderson, I'm sorry... Leading many of their questionable money-making schemes is Nolan, a hot-headed opportunist who's always looking for a way to get one over on the system. Every terrible idea sounds like a guaranteed success. Hey, he read all these himself. Okay, yes, right. Exhausted voice of reason. And then there's Chimp. Chimp is the wealthy, ruthless landlord who owns practically everything in the neighborhood. Yeah, again, why does he exist, though? So, concept art from 2026. Oh boy, isn't this magical? And it just has this old image up there still. Yeah, so I guess... Oh boy, meet the team, everybody! Meet the team who are all self-inserting into this. So there's Robbie, Nolan, and I guess that's Waffles. Maybe. How did he get the name Waffles? And then this is the composer, and his music wasn't terribly great. So... it's just like, it really is like, look how crazy me and my friends are, you know? Meet some of the passionate creators behind Chimptopia. If funded, our goal is to expand the team, provide opportunities for talented artists in the community, and continue building a project we're all proud of. We value transparency. A detailed breakdown of how the funds will be used. Uh-huh. How did you come to these numbers? Exactly. 45% of the funds will be toward animation. 8% will be for character, prop, and background art. 7% will be for storyboards. 8% will be for writing. 10% will be for VA. 5% for compositing. 7% for audio mixing. And 10% for Kickstarter rewards. But who are doing all these roles? Like, I don't know. And he still has, like, the same goals he had before. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, I think we're done looking back at Chimptopia. We'll probably wrap up in half an hour anyway.
Apes in a human society would work better.
Yeah, I don't know, or just humans in an ape, like Planet of the Apes, but it's like modern.
At Dio MKV sent a super chat. Sent you a DM because YouTube hates cuss.
What did Dio send me?
At Friends or Russet sent a super chat. Give the Ebony Witch a chance. It is very cute even as amateur work. I look forward for it.
Oh, I've seen that one floating around. I don't think I
At
watched
Master
it yet, though.
Clockwork sent a super chat. I swear this was the plot of the last Saints Row.
Like, the bad one, the fucking reboot they tried to make, where, like, the 3rd Street Saints were apparently founded by a bunch of Portland fucking college kids. So the DM Dio sent me is, "You're not a good animator, Robbie. Get the fuck out of here, don't be a retard." She smiles warmly. Okay, thank you, Dio. Ah, okay. It's a Disco Elysium reference. It's a Disco Elysium reference, apparently. I completed,
The worse it's going to...
I completed Disco Elysium recently on stream, and I'm hooked. I'm a fan. It is as good as everyone says it is. Please play it.
The more they say...
But don't buy it on Steam. Apparently the publishers fucked over the developers and stole it out from under them.
The worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste. You're not an ultra-liberal, Harry. Get the fuck out of here. Don't be a retard.
He smiles horribly. Yeah, this guy just talks circles around you whenever you talk to him. He's the leader of the Socialist Union. Oh, it's such a good game. It presents so many different ideological sides, but also everyone who represents them is a hypocrite, and the game will make fun of you no matter what political side you decide to come down on. Like, it made fun of me for being a centrist. Called my ass out. I love it. I was role-playing Harry as a slightly psychic, half-insane drug addict, so I don't think politics are really gonna be his forte. But yes, Disco Elysium is as good as everyone says. I'm thinking of doing a few playthroughs and then, like, doing, like, my biblically accurate playthrough, like, a year or two from now. It was fun playing it blind, but there's so many things you can do depending on stats and choices that I didn't know about that I kind of wish I did. Like, if your psyche is high, your fucking shitty necktie talks to you. It's good shit. It's so good. It's so good. But yes, I still have all the VODs up. I will probably unlist all but the first one eventually, but if you do want to watch me play through Disco Elysium blind, I have a couple of shorts up too if you want to get a gauge. My microphone was screwed up on some of them because I was trying to do noise gating for my fucking air conditioning, so I fucked it up a little bit, but it's fine. Well, like I said, I'm gonna unlist all of them but the first one, because that one's over 1,000 views, and I have the playlist linked in the descriptions of each one of them. So you can still go to even if it's unlisted, you can still go to the playlist and watch it. It's just, they're like streams with, like, you know, 200 views, 300 views. That's not really good for the health of my channel. That's why I unlist a lot of my, my gaming streams. But yeah, I did actually start a new playthrough where I made Harry high physical, high psyche, pretty good motorics, and dumb as fuck. Like, 1 in intellect. And it's actually been quite fun. So... No, yeah, so all my gaming streams are in playlists. You can find all of them. I have the one big playlist of, like, every single game stream I've done, and then I have individual playlists for games that took longer than 2 streams. So, and then there's, like, the spooky games playlist. So you can find them on my homepage, or on my playlist tab. So, oh wait, I'm on the ink layer, god damn it. I just wanted to make Steven's hair a little bigger, it was bothering me. I got the failed roll where you can try to sneak away from Gart when he tells you you owe him a bunch of money for your hotel room being trashed. And Harry runs away, flipping the bird, and crashes onto the floor. It's good shit. It's fucking good shit. So yeah, I would definitely be up to, like, doing, like, not a speed run, but almost like my biblically accurate Disco Elysium run, in the future, since I've been devouring lore videos about it so far, like, stuff on the Pale and stuff, so I'm in that phase right now where I'm just learning lore and various things that can happen, and shit like that. I wish I had done High Psyche in my blind playthrough so the horrid necktie would talk to me. As good. Blitz would fit right into Disco Elysium. That's the thing. The whole world is just kind of bleak. What did you send me now, Kaiser? If this is too long, I'm not watching it. Okay, 50 seconds. Good. I guess we're just doing Disco Elysium stuff now. So, that's fine. High intellect, high psyche, low everything else. What did they pick as their stat? Oh, it's spirit decor. So if you have this, if you have the high points in this stat, you know what like your police coworkers are doing off screen. It's really funny. Okay, how does the game start with this then? Is this a speed run? They're gonna kill Harry right away, getting the tie. Is that what's gonna happen? So this is how the game starts, by the way. You start waking up as this man in nothing but his socks and underwear, drunk as fuck on the floor of a wrecked hotel room. Best game opening ever! Oh, this is their speed run to death. Since he has low health, he's gonna try to jump for the necktie, fail, and die. Just watch. Oh, you just got a heart attack. Didn't even jump for the necktie, just got a fucking heart attack. Okay. Awesome. Now, obviously, now we have to watch one of my shorts. I mean, this one's a bit of a spoiler, but if it gets you to play the game, it'll all be worth it.
At the Master Clockwork sent a super chat. So when you playing the Baldur's Gate Insys mod?
I'm not. I don't like CRPGs. That's actually the biggest thing keeping me from doing it. Anyway, this is a bit of a spoiler, but if it convinces you to play the game, I'll be happy.
You have become a flawless intellect.
Yeah! I'm not gonna explain anything.
Approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the
Kim!
What's going on here?
Get in on it!
This is clearly a Code 31 emergency.
Code 31! Code 31!
The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose.
The Code 31 emergency? Really?
Yes, officer in need of assistance on the dance floor!
Come on, hurry.
Please work, please work, please work.
Who's the one?
Yes! Lieutenant, I am only going to pull rank on you one time, and that time is now!
Are you kidding me?
I said get your goddamn groove on, boogie woogie!
Sheesh, okay.
Yes, we bullied Kim into dancing! I'm so happy right now!
Now, check this shit out.
Let me see it!
The lieutenant begins to heel kick the church floor with such intensity, it's reasonable to fear he'll kick a hole right through it.
He's getting into it more, look at him. Yeah, the game's over, that's it, we won. Fuck the murder case, we won! We won it all! King of the world! So, I'll give you no context for that, but you can see how much I was enjoying the game. I was reading real dialogue off the side there. So yes, it is exactly as good as everyone says it is. It is so fun. It's genius. It really is. Like the prose in the game, because most of it runs on TTRPG logic, and most of it is narrated, and a lot of it is like the voices in your own head talking to you. But the prose itself is so good, and like the world is so interesting. In a how the fuck do you even come up with this kind of way? You know, I can't even explain it. Like, you have to experience it. But even while I was playing, I was like... Even when I was playing blind, I was like... I can tell, like, this game will be so dynamic and different. Depending on, like, the stats you pick, depending on the choices you make, depending on the dialogue you choose, depending on what order you do things in. Because you can do, like, the whole case, basically, in any order. All the side quests and everything. It's extremely dynamic. I did know that, Kaiser, because I got that. I think there was a short of that from somebody else's channel, and it's the guy who did the David Cage videos. I haven't watched his video comparing Disco Elysium to Heavy Rain yet, but let me find him. Here it is! I found it! Okay, now we're just gonna watch some Disco Elysium shorts that I like. This can actually happen in the game.
You owe me 130 real.
So this is if you decide to sneak off stealthily and you fail the roll. And this game will fuck you. I ate shit on like 83%, 97% rolls. It'll fuck with you. But yeah, so this is, you choose to sneak away from the guy asking for money after you trashed your hotel room. You try to sneak away from him and fail. And failure can sometimes be even funnier.
You owe me 130 real.
The main character's a bit pathetic.
One moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
Watch out! Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though.
So yes, in this game you play as this ridiculous, drug-addicted, pathetic man who wears disco clothes. And he has completely obliterated his entire memory by going on a 3-day drug and drinking binge, and he's supposed to be solving a murder case. It's fantastic. And Kim Kitsuragi, the guy you have to work with all game, is the character of all time. Like, you can't help yourself. Everyone was laughing at me like, oh, it's a typical Disco Elysium reaction. Like, just wanting Kim's approval. And I saw my other favorite one in the search here. This is basically an artist's depiction of the scene I just showed you, and it's perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4. I say disco, you say party. Disco, disco. Party, party. I say disco, you say party. Disco, disco. Party, party. Solo. Fantastic.
Yeah, he's bisexual if you internalize gay thoughts anyway. You can internalize thoughts that also give you bonuses and story changes and things. The game is, like I said, it's fucking brilliant. It just, everyone's right. It's so good. And I'll probably be playing it through again on my own a few times. Like I said, I started a new a new file to fuck around with. I'm not sure I'll complete the game exactly, but I'm seeing all the different things that can happen based on your stats and shit. And I would be willing to play it again non-blind, like I said, maybe a while from now. It won't be like, No, I'm Not a Human, where I did a non-blind playthrough again immediately, because that game's kind of short, so it worked out. I'll probably do a one-shot gaming stream next week. I wanna play that game. There's a game where you're running a zoo, but it has you record all the sounds the zoo animals make. So it'll just be a zoo full of me doing, like, horrible animal noises. And that sounds really funny. So, we'll probably do that. I don't know if I'll probably try to squeeze in a mid-length game before Control Resonant comes out. That's the one I've been planning around. I think it comes out September 24th? I want to say. So yeah, if we have a game I can fit in, like, pretty much for August, we could do that. I know you. Oh, god damn it! I know you guys want me to play Life is Strange. I know. Maybe we'll do gaming votes again. I have a few things on the list that are kind of like mid-length. I just don't want to get into anything really long right now, like New Vegas. Or the Mass Effect trilogy. We'll have to save that for another, like, long play. You guys know I will be, like, bitching about Life is Strange if I play it. You guys know I'm gonna, like, find the characters annoying. You know this! Oh, you want me to play Stubbs the Zombie. I know, Kaiser. And I know, Dia wants me to play Valhalla. I don't know how long it is, though. I mean, I guess from what you're saying, it sounds kind of short, but yeah, sometimes I play games because you guys want to torture me. So yeah, but even if you like Life is Strange, just be prepared. I'm probably going to be very bitchy about it. You know how much I love stories about teenagers and how much I love when men write lesbians. You know what? You know how much I really love that. So I do like Ashley Birch, though. Isn't she one of the girls? So there's at least that, I guess. I like Ashley Birch. I know Kaiser also wants me to play Titanfall, and I think I saw some of the gameplay, I think, when, we were watching, like, the Oni Plays guys talk about goddamn Jordan River. And I was like, oh, what's this gameplay? Oh, I know, yeah, I gotta play Cyberpunk eventually. Cryo did buy it for me, so I'm interested in playing it. I gotta be in the right mood, I think, and I know I'm gonna be so disappointed that Cyberpsychosis isn't a huge part of the game, because I love the Cyberpunk Edge Runners series, and I think it probably does things better than the game does, unfortunately. But I am interested in being a netrunner. I've said that every time. When Cyberpunk originally came out, I watched my friend do netrunner, and he's, like, in a building across the street, like, hacking into people's, like, brain augmentations and killing them, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy. It's crazy that it even lets you do this, you know? My friend's like that. He always finds a way to, like, fuck around with mechanics. Like, he'll take, like, in MMOs and stuff, he'll take a class a lot of people don't play and find a way to, like, really cheese it. You know? He just does these things. It's funny. Hey, yo, Billy Donuts is here! Obviously, I gotta do the sticker now.
Kendall_ sent a super chat. Pong stream when? It's a great game blind.
Going to Pong blind, yeah. At least you didn't assume I've played Pong before. I'm not that old. Let's see. Where is my custom throwable for Billy Donuts? We have to... Oh, well, Miss Jasmine already did it, I think. But here we go. I'll do it, too. I was looking for it. So I made this specifically for Billy Donuts. I hope you all enjoy. Time to make the donuts. Yes, it's in honor of Billy Donuts. You can spend bits on Twitch to make that happen if you so choose. You can also throw cheese at me and other things. So like the only reason I'm still on Twitch is because I have all these things that let people throw shit at the screen, and I think it's funny. I still gotta look into those little 2 tools I found that could possibly let me, like, kind of MacGyver something that will let YouTube throw stuff with chat commands? I still gotta figure out a way to make it, like, not, like, totally disruptive, though, because if you guys can just do it with no cooldown, I know what you guys will do! There'll be shit on the screen constantly. And that might be a bit of a problem. I mean, I think Pong still exists, right? They still put it out, like Tetris, or Tetris-similar games. Well, you're a little late in that I'm done with all my topics, but...
Cyberrunner build is the Stealth Archer of 2077.
Really? I'll keep that in mind. I usually don't like being an archer, but I love Stealth Archer in Skyrim.
Kaiser Zero sent a super chat. Nerd Mia. Cheese to meet you? It's on the mouse. I'm sorry.
Do I want to know what you're going to use this for?
Cheese to meet you? It's on the mouse. I'm sorry.
Nerd Mia is starting to sound like my Spinel voice. It's almost like my voices aren't that different from each other. Or something like that, you know? What was it like getting mail by carrier pigeon? Fuck you! Valhalla is mid-length, like 2 or 3 streams. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's Gio's like, just do a first look stream and see if you want to keep playing it. Because I have done that a couple of times, where it's a game I didn't intend to fully play on stream, but I'll do a little first look at it, you know? There's just some games I feel like I can't make that interesting on stream. You know, I worry about that, and I know you guys tell me not to worry about that, but I do. I'm always like, oh no, things are going too slow, the audience will not be entertained! That's why I don't, like, stream, like, 4X games or The Sims or something. I don't feel like I can actually make it interesting. Unless someone wants to get me Wani Sims for, Sims 4, then maybe we can fuck around. That was, like, waiting a decade for the Odyssey. I don't give a fuck about the Odyssey. I never even liked the Odyssey in school. I don't care about the fucking Odyssey. I don't know why people are, like, fist-fighting each other over it for the culture war. Why? Who the fuck cares? I don't like Christopher Nolan that much. I've said it before, I'm really not a fan of the Nolan Batman movies. I don't think they're that good. I don't know why everyone, like, is so giddy for them. Trying to do, like, the floorboards. My perspective is a little bad here, as always. Like, I said before, I still need to see Interstellar, but I heard it was good. I heard it's a lot like Contact or Arrival, which I like both of those movies. And I like The Prestige. I like The Prestige, because I think Nolan's, like, weird, detached style of dialogue actually works for The Prestige really well. You know, and it is kind of like a mind-boggling movie, as many of his movies try to be. Though there's a great video on The Prestige, though, actually. Well, there'll be some slight spoilers, but it's an old movie. So here. This video by Cold Crash Pictures. You gotta love the the fucking thumbnail title.
8328 sent a super chat. Syntax. Skid Row from Little Shop of Horrors.
I'd have to look up the lyrics. Let me just talk about this real quick. So, this the fucking thumbnail. Messy bitch who lives for drama world champ, 1895. But yeah, this guy's theory is the duplication machine in The Prestige doesn't actually duplicate anything. He makes the argument that it is itself one big trick to fool the other magician in the movie. So, it's a really good video, and I like this fan theory a lot. I like it a lot, and it works. Like, you know, it's not necessary for the movie, but it works, you know? Now, let's let me look up lyrics for Skid Row, because that's the one I don't know that well. Little Shop. I'll just sing part of it. Downtown, where the folks are broke, you go downtown, where your life's a joke, you go downtown, when you buy your token, you go home to Skid Row. I think I lost the melody there, damn it. But there you go. Skid Row. It's more like that. Yeah. I don't know the songs very well, despite it being my favorite musical. Is that weird? It's not like songs I sing to myself a lot. So every once in a while, I get stuck in my head. Suddenly see more.
Clockwork sent a super chat. Speaking of things you don't give a shit about, I'm hoping Lily will be drawn to the new My Little Pony like a moth to the flame.
I don't know. I feel like there was just something particularly about Friendship is Magic that she was into, or at least could grift videos about. I don't feel like she actually likes My Little Pony as a concept, but I guess, well, it's complicated, because Friendship is Magic was very different than earlier pony generations. I mean, obviously, I grew up as a little girl in the 80s and 90s. I know My Little Pony, you know? And Friendship is Magic was really, like a fantasy show. Like, they actually gave a shit about the world building. They actually gave a shit about developing the characters. And I know, like, the early crew, when Lauren Faust was still on, they, like, were adamant that they would justify any toy mandates in the plot. So, Friendship is Magic was a very well-made show compared to earlier pony generations, because, you know, like, the fucking Things for Girls Pink Ghetto, where it's like, oh, it's for girls, we don't have to make it good or anything, you know? That's how earlier pony stuff tended to be. It tended to be just kind of shit and nonsensical. Though I think Gen 2 or 3 we had the really good movies, like the one with the schmooze. Those were pretty good. But, yeah, like, Friendship is Magic really stands apart from other My Little Pony generations. And I don't think the new one is going to have the appeal Friendship is Magic had. Like, that new 3D animated one, it looks like garbage. It looks so bad, you know? And it's like, you're not gonna catch lightning in a bottle again, I don't think, when it comes to My Little Pony. It was Lauren Faust actually crafting this fantasy world that made it good. You know, and there are deliberate choices, because Lauren Faust used to be on DeviantArt, did you know that? And she would write DeviantArt journals about the production. And I remember her telling one story where how Rarity came about. Rarity's best pony, do not argue with me, Rarity's best pony. But, they said, you know, Hasbro wanted a fashion pony. And what would most other girls' shows do? They would have a ditzy character who always be shopping, right? But instead, they made Rarity, like, a designer and a business owner. You know, that's how they interpreted making her the fashion pony. And that's so good. Like, it's so good to see, like, girl characters in a girl show with, like, actual variety between their personalities, and they can actually engage in slapstick. Because you look at old My Little Pony, they basically had interchangeable personalities, and it was always like, oh no, Shimmer Shine's tea party will be ruined if the evil weather monsters come, you know, it was all very low stakes conflict, you know, so that is really why Friendship is Magic was better, because the people making it actually gave a shit about what they were making. It's amazing what you can do when you actually give a shit about what you're making. It's like the Lego movie. It could have just been the Emoji Movie, just a terrible, you know, commercial tie-in project, but they actually gave a shit about what they were making and wanting to make something good out of their parameters, you know? So it's so nice to see that. Like, even if you're handed something that is cynically being produced for commercial means to sell toys, you can still find ways to actually make a decent show and actually give a shit about what you're making and make it work for you, you know? And that's an attitude I really admire. Like, okay, this is being produced to sell toys, but I'm still gonna make the best damn show I can make, you know? And that's admirable. Yes, Rarity is best pony. I will hear no arguments. I do kind of like Fluttershy, too, though. She's funny. But yeah, they each have very distinct personalities, which, again, you would not find in older My Little Pony at all. They would all just be, like, the same girly girl, all of them, you know? So, a boy... Well, I mean, I feel like Friendship is Magic did appeal to both boys and girls. I mean, it was primarily made to be a girls' show, but, you know, usually when you have a girls' show, again, the girls tend to be interchangeable, low stakes, all having, like, the same interests and basically same personality, and it's like, it's just so good that they're individual people, you know? It's like, yeah, you might get a quote-unquote tomboy if you're lucky, yeah, who won't even be one, you know? It's like these guys today, like, oh man, tomboys are so hot, and it's like a conventionally attractive woman in a full face of makeup and tight clothes, and she just happens to have short hair, and it's like, okay, yeah, tomboy, yeah. That's what that is. So yeah, I don't think they're ever gonna repeat the success of Friendship is Magic. It was just right place, right time, right people, you know? And I already liked Lauren Faust. I like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which she had a big hand in. So, I at least watched some of Pony. I didn't watch all of Friendship is Magic. I wasn't, like, into it, but I enjoyed it well enough. You know, and I think it's a good show for kids, and it's very well made. But I was never, like, a brony or anything, you know? I kinda fell off when they started focusing on the Cutie Mark Crusaders. And obviously trying to aim it at even younger kids, and it's just kind of like, I don't care about these little kids being written for little kids, you know? Unfortunately, some bronies instead developed an interest in the little ponies, the little ponies, and it's kind of like, Oh, the Super Best Friends shorts? Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Those were good. It was like Supergirl, Wonder Woman, and Batgirl. Barbara Gordon Batgirl. And it was like them being like girl heroes together, and it was just funny, and cute. It was almost like a Teen Titans kind of thing, almost. I don't know if they were supposed to be teenagers, but it had like a kind of like, this is the teen version of these heroes kind of tone to it. So, yeah, the designs were, actually, let's just look up the designs. I'll probably get dinged if I play any of it, but Super Best Friends by Lauren Fuss. This would be a good way to end stream today. I'm probably just gonna wrap up in like, 5 minutes, so. I told you it was gonna be kind of a short one, but you guys have a lot of things to vote on tomorrow, so again, subscribe if you would like to catch my poll to vote on what I'm going to talk about Friday. Super Best Friends. Forever. Yeah, I nearly forgot about this until you remind me of it. Yeah, so... Yeah, actually, I think this was the teen version, because it's not Diana, it's Wonder Girl, I believe. So this was the designs. So obviously we have, like, Wonder Girl or Woman as the stoic straight banana. And, Supergirl is kind of a herbo. I forgot what Batgirl's personality was. But, yeah, it was very short-lived, unfortunately, but I do love the character designs. Again, having girls be distinct and have, like, different body types, imagine doing that. It was Donna Troy, Barbara Gordon, and Kara Zor-El. Okay. So, yeah, it seems, again, it's Wonder Girl is kind of the straight banana of the group. But it works, you know? So, yeah, so it was a bit like a Teen Titans type style thing, and they were just shorts. They were, like, 5-minute shorts or something, and they were funny. They were actually genuinely funny, from what I remember. So, and again, having girls with varied faces and body types, imagine doing something like that in a show aimed at girls. So, yeah, anyway. Well, I think this was like an alternate like, this was kind of like an AU thing. Again, it's supposed to be like a Teen Titans kind of thing. So, it was just, it's like Batman the Brave and the Bold, it's its own continuity, you know? So, yeah, the art style's great. I do like her art style a lot. It's a little bit like Gennady Tartakovsky, but it's more flowy with thinner lines. And you can always tell I'm kind of a thick line girly myself. I can't help myself, but yeah, I do like that kind of style. That tends to be what I lean toward when I do like a more Western Toon style. Oh, it did become a show? Oh, I never saw it when it was a show. Well, damn it. Yeah, Batman the Brave and the Bold has the best Aquaman. I think I did get dinged for copyright last time I played him on stream, unfortunately, but yeah. Has just this muscular, bombastic, oblivious himbo Aquaman, and it's so good. It's the best Aquaman ever. Let's add some flats to Steven here. Any luck, I will be working on a new page next week, and we'll see. I always say that, and then I always fail to do so, and then I beat myself up about it. But anyway, I am gonna wrap up. Like I said, kind of gonna be a short one, but SkittyBitty's response video is going to be on my poll tomorrow, along with 2 other things people may want to watch me react to. But don't forget, no matter what you vote for, the 2 runner-ups will go back into the polling pool, and you'll have an opportunity to vote on them again for some week. I usually have votes for the Friday stream, unless something comes up that I really want to talk about, and then I rescind voting. You don't get it anymore. But yes, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. I got a little bit of work done. We had some chats about some serious topics, and then we wound down with some funnier ones. And hopefully I will catch a lot of you on Friday. Subscribe and go watch my Disco Elysium playthrough. Goodbye!